Hi Virgo, this is going to be a Sun in Virgo, Rising in Virgo, morning reading. I just woke up. I had a good third of my coffee, which is besides me. Everything is besides me right now. Why am I doing this reading right now? Okay, Virgo, let's fucking do this. Sorry for waiting. If anybody was waiting at all in these few days, I have like 80 something followers, so thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Thank you for liking, for commenting. Continue to do the cool stuff, even if you're not a Virgo Sun or Rising. If you're just tuning into the transmission or you resonated with the title, this is going to be a reading for you. This is a timeless message. You know, do all the cool stuff, like, comment. I'm completely unprepared, but we're doing this. You can see my hair is still a bit... I'm unready. So Virgo, you are doing this completely unready as well. I have been in your energy for the past 2 days because I really wanted to get this right. So probably whatever I'm going to say is somehow going to resonate with a bunch of Virgos out there, because this whole reading series from Aries to Pisces is actually a whole traversing through 1st to 12th house energy, actually, because I am doing rising readings while I'm doing sun readings, which is what most people watch if they don't know much about astrology. I would recommend you watch your rising to be the most precise, and your sun just for kind of that general energy, or, you know, general message of what's going on in like the next month or something like that, you know. Anyway, Virgo, we'll drop into it head first. I was walking, stretching, drinking a lot of orange. Somehow every drink I had was orange, so I made myself squeeze tangerine juice. Then I had some magnesium citrate, however that is called, pronounced, and that was orange. And just, I don't know, I got this pomegranate for €2 on Vinted, and I just adore it. It's just so cute, and I love it so much. So, you know, this is not a liability. Like, these €2 I could have spent on, let's say, a coffee, right? But I have invested it in this little pomegranate. So let's do a quick, because I haven't checked. I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot of it. Pomegranate. Spiritual meaning. So, the pomegranate carries profound spiritual significance across culture, symbolizing fertility, abundance, eternal life, and resurrection. Okay, so I think, Virgo, this is going to be like a resurrection most of all. You may resonate with other words, but this is kind of like that Christ energy rising. We did just go, if you're watching this in a timely fashion, we did just have Easter, and that kind of falls on a different date each year. And 1 second, let me close the windows. Okay, so Virgo, you have been going through this period of isolation, resting, just making your home feel like yours again. I'm seeing this storyline of, you could have been in a partnership or like a relationship where the other person was affecting your energetic space, your home, or even moved stuff around your room, and now you're like putting things the way you want them to, or you're investing your time and energy and money into yourself solely, and this is where you kind of had to take that, how I did, right? I blew my back out, and it's been on and off for a few days, and I've just wanted to do your reading, Virgo, really badly, like to be on a roll, to be in the loop, to be, you know, in my energy, not yours still. So it was really hard for me to not be in your energy, Virgo. So I just took my sweet ass time. And I don't know if you watched the reading I posted prior to this one. It's a collective message of unity, consciousness, oneness, something like that. So it's the it was kind of like a foreshadowing, and I think it has a lot of that storyline explained in that reading as well, so that could be an extended to Virgo as well, or for a, it could be resonating in Virgo season, so you know, late August to late September. So yeah, I wrote down taking your sweet ass time, Virgo, 333. I don't know where I saw 333, but it just popped out. I think it was in cards. And then research days versus active days, which is something I really wanted to talk about in your reading, Virgo. Confirmation, the train, it has just took off. And it notified the crossroad along the tracks where cars usually pass that it's going that way. And it's not a long way, but it's the short distance that matters. It's the, you know, it's like you, Virgo, you're coming in with this energy of make way, I'm coming. You are, it's like you are now stepping onto this train track of higher consciousness, and you needed to release a lot of people from your life, and you needed to reassemble yourself. You needed to really pause and reflect and reassemble your home the way you want it to be, because it's not you taking your sweet ass time, it's the timing of processing a certain feeling, emotion, or loss of a family member even, you know. It's a lot of things. You are affected by a lot of things easily, because Virgo energy is that of an innocent child that has had to grow up too fast. So you could have been making your money from an early age, or you were just in this hustler mentality, or something. How there's this some energy where you had to, you know, you always looked presentable, or good guy, good girl, nice, pretty, whatever, and nobody would assume. My god, the fucking trash trucks. Sorry guys. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So you had to tune out as much noise as possible, right? Everything is happening for a reason. I had to start the video before the trash truck came. I had to start the video before my mom started making coffee, and so on and so forth. And Virgo, you're not stopping for anybody. You're not stopping the way you are, who you are, and who you're truly meant to be for anybody else, not in this next season. So let's see, let's add some more noise to the story. We have soul connection. Oh my god, deeper connection. Virgo, no matter, and then one love, unconditional love from the previous reading. It's just, yeah. This deeper connection, it has number 8, which is the number in numerology of abundance, but it's also in my head related to Scorpio. So there could be something that you have heavy Scorpio placements, or you know the drill. But there's this intensity when it comes to this deeper connection, because with the 8, right, this is just an oracle deck. It doesn't have much numerological meaning. That's why I'm taking it in an astrological way. So Virgo, you have been analyzing, right? It's this analytical quality of Virgo, but it's tempering yourself in the hyper analyzing, or you know, just going overboard with everything and going too deep into your depression. It's like you are reconnecting to yourself. But Virgo, I'm seeing this ego that was holding you back, and it was hurting your heart. And the way you express yourself, you went quiet when the crowd went quiet, and you went loud when the crowd went loud type of ego, and not that type of ego where there is a lot of that sense of self. However, this was just lower timeline Virgo energy, and I want to calibrate into the higher frequency Virgo energy, so bear with me, Virgos. You have a lot of heart to clear. It's the pain, it feels like it's in the shape of wings, bear with me, but it's in this upper heart centrum, so it's right below your collarbone. This is where the pain is, and this is that inner child having anxiety of expressing love, and it's really heavy. Okay, Virgo, this is karmic energy. This could have been from your mother or your father, or just your primary circles, social circles in life. Whereas when you were a kid, you couldn't express love. You're a very loving child. You're a very loving adult as well. And you're going to be a very loving elder. You love everybody. And this hyper-analyzing, thank you, Spirit, this hyper-analyzing has made you delve a bit too deep. And this is a transmission for those that are dealing with anxiety and depression and a lot of heaviness. Because I shake all of the energy off instantly, so should you. You should start practicing this. When you feel heaviness in your chest, do as I did just now. I like to imagine breathing into different centers, right? So to feel or to come alive in certain centers is to breathe into them. So breathing into this exact space, or trying to, right? Trying to raise it, trying to expand it with your breath. You bring it all the way up and you hold it up here, right where it feels. You expand that space. And it almost feels like somebody who smokes too much, somebody who yells too much or yelled too much, somebody who had too much anger. You know, it feels like a generational attachment. It's like a grandfather has passed, or a grandmother has passed and is still attached to the family and guidance. And for a certain small particle of the collective of Virgos watching this, it's going to be a negative attachment. This is not to fearmonger you. This is just for you to understand that these things work in weird ways, whereas your openness or your vulnerability or your lack of protection and self-awareness when it comes to that can and usually will bring energy into your energetic space that is not yours. Even if it's just a partner that you have dated, you opening up your heart and wanting to love that person and trying your best, which I know Virgos always do, because my best friend is Virgo. And, you know, he just would do everything, and he's like the most golden retriever guy you will ever meet. Like, he will open your door just because you're a woman and because that's proper, right? Virgo, you are proper. You're full-hearted. You love animals and you love to be loved on. You love love from a small age, but from a small age, or, you know, many times in your life, the cycle kept repeating of, am I unlovable? And it's been so heavy on you, Virgo. This is still a pain I feel for you. And I'm getting somebody was probably is now nearing an end of processing, grieving, crying, being angry, just any lower frequency emotion, let's say, was being processed or is being processed wherever you are on your own journeys, of course. However, you Virgos are embracing the shadow love with the number 13, which reminds me of the Death card. But it's this phantom in this quartz. Oh, I have to dismantle a pouch of silver representative stones, and I have a small Lemurian milky phantom, and it's just like this, but very faint. It's like a normal, I would never notice it, but I'm a sniper when it comes to minerals. And yeah, it's this energy of phantom quartz and phantom Lemurian quartz. So what I want to say is, Virgo, your energy is so heavy and nervous, and you want to move, you want to do things differently, you want to already be on the other side, but you need to first embrace the shadows. And it says shadow love, and that's exactly what we've been talking about. And shadow love is actually how the way you love and the way you want to be loved, this give and take, right? Push and pull, feminine, masculine, yin yang. You want it to be in balance, let's say. You want things, especially love, to be reciprocated, at least in intention, and you get screwed over and over again because of your, well, not because of your big heart, but your big heart being heavy is the thing that is not helping you, or the thing that is maybe lighting up your ego instead of a better self-image or a better self-confidence when it comes to initiating certain things. Because this shadow love is a shadow from an early childhood phase. I'm getting pointed to a lot of different timelines, but childhood is just, it's being said to me all the time. Childhood, childhood, childhood. Oh, okay, yeah, childhood. And yeah, you've been trying to find your soulmate, trying to find your soul family, trying to find, but it's this search. When the search is from a hurt heart, it will never be anything but something to heal that part. So it's gonna come out as a trigger because you're acting from ego, or it's gonna come out as, not this shit again, right? Why do I always attract narcissists? Why do I always attract the broken ones? Well, a certain part of you has to be mirrored to you. And that is also, yeah, Virgo, you have a lot of abundance coming in. So I hijacked your highest timeline because I hate this lowest timeline of Virgo. It's, oh my God. The things I do in these videos is just a transmission of energy. So if you watch all of these, you will see the pattern of, it's really hard to breathe in your energy, Virgo. And this heavy depression is seeping out onto others. Your emotional dam, your heart dam is overflowing. And don't be discouraged, don't be, you know, pushed to the gutter again, because that's what Virgos do. That's when the Virgo when Virgo is in the lowest timeline, trying to break through, it has a lot of self-doubt, because normally Virgos just want to have everybody feeling good, smiling, and Virgos pick up on cues instantly, like they're super intuitive. But with women, there's a sense of higher vulnerability, a sense of, you know, that intuition almost being turning into negativity, where your earth and water and earth and air combinations are really a lot. So I don't want to offend anybody or disappoint anybody. So that's an energy you could be feeling, Virgo. You could be, you have a lot to express and you don't want to offend people. And there's this heavy heart that you're carrying that is not yours. It's like this whole top part it's like this unpeeling that is cracking. It's like this old wallpaper from an abandoned house that needs to be like scraped off and refurbished, and you know, it has to be uncovered first to be fixed, type of thing. And I'm not saying, Virgo, that you have things and shit to be fixed, okay? Don't be Virgo about it. And now don't be Virgo about it too. But, you know, I'm sorry if I'm channeling this lower timeline, Virgo. I really didn't want to do this, and we'll get there. We'll get there. It's only been 23 minutes, and I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere at all. We done 2 cards. Virgo. What's going on with you? Tell me in the comments. What have you been going through that... Oh, I should know that. Okay, let's pick out. I mixed 2 decks in these 2 days. I was forcing them together, but they fit, right? They are the same size and they kind of energetically fit, but they're a bitch to shuffle. Like, they're not as malleable and mutable as you are, Virgo. And just to make it harder for me, this is all your energy, Virgo. I'm just telling you what I've done in your energy. I've done absolutely shit fuck, but I also... Thank you. But I also done some things, so I shouldn't be so hard on myself, right? Just because I'm in your energy. No, I'm joking. Bear with me. You are really hard to shuffle, but you are tapping into truth, into higher truth, and your lowest timeline was never your truth. That's why it's been so heavy. Oh my God, you already knew. Yeah, all these people, everybody, every time that you have felt like the way that your family made you feel when you were a child, or anytime you felt pushed away or beaten down, or, you know, energetically, physically, mentally, whatever, it's been triggering your heart and it's not been healing. And now, Virgo, that you are coming to the other side, or you just came to the other side, because there is this energy that still has to be transmuted. I'm feeling that it will take up to 3 months maybe for you to kind of really get it out of your system, right? A whole season of, if you have seasons, a whole season will shift in between. So let's see where your energy is, Virgo. What's Virgo energy? Like chaotic? Ooh. Yeah, we'll take these and we'll take these and we'll do it like this. It's like your this heaviness will, this elephant will get off of your chest. And we have brown bear spirit on the bottom of the deck with take time out and number 9, which is you closing out cycles. It's you in the last stretch. So, okay, Virgo, this is your last stretch. This is the last time you feel this energy, because, okay, now that I have tapped myself, I notice I'm very sensitive in this area still, even though the energy has left. So it feels like you are still bruised in the heart, you are still bruised in your throat, you're still bruised in the sense of your soul being communicated, your heart being open, and all of these things. I think we need a little bit of light today. Oh, no light. I don't have it plugged in. We'll just go with it. So Virgo, it's about dropping your ego, it's about dropping your perfectionism, it's about dropping your old ways of doing things, because apparently it hasn't worked, as did not my ponytails as well, right? I don't know, my hair has been going through it. It has been pulled out by Divi and now it's regrowing, so bear with it. So we have the elephant spirit coming out, and I'm just laughing because you need to watch the reading prior to this one. It has oneness in the title, and it says also the elephant spirit comes out, but in a different deck, and it says learn from the past. Oh, it's a different Ganesh, it's a different elephant. You're letting your hair down, Virgo. In your next season, you're going to be a lot more in tune with your own nature, with your own body, and you're also going to be in this flow state where you flow to where your heart goes, and as soon as something pops out that is reminding you of those past people or past situations, you're removing yourself, you're putting up these walls, maybe even for the first time with some topics, but you are strengthening your walls, you're strengthening your fortress, I'm seeing. And then you have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. And that's been probably quite hard for you. You could be connecting to an Aries, because this did come out in the Aries reading, or you could have Aries placements in your chart. But I'm getting this timeline. If you're healing from an Aries, you are transmuting their negative Aries qualities and understanding certain parts of your chart where these are mirrored within you. So it's like this analytical way of being has brought you to see that certain qualities are actually like other people's attachments, even if they're like, you know, if the people are living or not. And as you understand that your body is one of frequency, and that is how it connects. It connects from that pain, or it connects from that heaviness. And what happens is usually most likely to be trauma bonding, not actual connections. And when actual connections happen, where, for instance, you're in this relationship and you know it's bad for you, and you know, you see other people being in their higher timeline relationships, and you're like, oh my god, why don't I, or I want to, and the energy that you're manifesting from is one from lack. Why don't I have that? Or I want to have that car. I want to have that, I don't know how many, too much, thousands or tens of thousands of units of your energy, time, or money that you're willing to invest just because. No, Virgo, there's no just because you love somebody. Your intuition has crippled you to a point where it's so strong, but you are so headstrong, and when you don't listen to it, it just like manifests in circles. It's literally, I was like, which one is it, circle or cycle? And they're like, it's a circle. And they drew it for me. And you could have been running. We have the rabbit coming out and the bee. So you could have been jumping into work, into overworking yourself, or, you know, being too much in your head or outside with people and trying to forget about it, or something. Like, I'm just seeing these things. Bear with me, Virgo. If this is not your reading, it's not your reading, but somebody might resonate with this timeline. So yeah, you took the time out, you learned from the past, and now you are rediscovering ways to love yourself and ways to love other people again. And it's been hard, but your progression is one from spring to summer. Either it's in nature seasons or it's in your bio-natural season within. So, as I said, it will take a whole season to jump, up to 3 months, right? For instance, you're watching this at the beginning of spring. At the beginning of summer, you will feel that you are ready to exchange love. You're ready to receive love. You are ready to give love in the meaningful sense of, I've left everything in the past and I am healed and I am now open to going forward into higher timelines, better people, more loving people, and so on and so forth. And these cards say, see your seeds grow, and then with summer it says, bask in joy and light. You have planted many seeds, Virgo. I'm seeing the 7 of Pentacles. You have planted many seeds, and if you have Aries placements in your chart, you could be very impatient, or fire placements in general. You could be very, very impatient when it comes to seeing your seeds grow. You want things now, you want out, right? But the process of you coming out is a bit longer. It's gonna be 3 months, bro. It's gonna be 3 months, girl. And you need to take that time out. You need to be at home and you need to clear out the clutter. Oh my god. And then the stargazer. Set your sights higher. Okay. Finally. I'm weird, I know. Fuck off. Watch your words. Oh my god, I should watch my words with the parrot spirit. Oh my god, it's a number 45. That's a number 9. and I should watch my words. Well, as did you, as did I. Well, we took the time out, we were at home, and we cleared out the clutter. And now we're setting our sights higher. And yes, sometimes life fucking stinks, Virgo. It stinks, it stings, it's just shit. And people equal shit sometimes, right, Corey Taylor? Right? It's like this. I'm seeing a specific person that is not my best friend, and I don't know this person very well, but I know he will be watching this reading. I just see shit. And Virgo, you could be unlocking certain things where, I mean, not things, it's not just things, it's superpowers, where you take the time out, you deal with this stuff, like truly yell it out, cry it out, write it out, burn it out, run it out, stretch it out, drink, water it out, you know, sun it out. You're doing everything because you want to cover all the bases. You want to try, at least try, because there's a sense of majesty that comes with Virgo and diligence and royalty when it comes to creating business, homes, like building houses, building environments, and also building safe spaces for communities. It's like connecting people and wanting to see them together, wanting to not see the culture die out, wanting to, you know, see progression and see the heart of people still. And Virgo, I'm also hearing that you have been kept away from full abundance because you have been around the wrong people, and your projects or your work could have been low, or you could have had some quote-unquote sanctions when it comes to your money being not delivered to you on time, or certain projects weren't paid. I'm getting that imagery where, as long as you are involved with your heart wanting to share with the wrong people, your higher self and the universe, God, they will stop you, full stop, and be like, hey, remember this heart? Remember what happens with this heart when you share with the wrong people? Get sensitive, it starts hurting, and then you start being angry and impatient, and you just want to nuke the fucking place, right? Because your heart, I want to cry now. Oh, your heart is just one, it's like a, I'm seeing the Nobel Prize acceptance, I'm seeing TED Talks, I'm seeing, like, you know, Purple Hearts, I'm seeing a bunch of medallions, a bunch of awards that you could get for loving so much, Virgo. And that's just so sweet. Oh my God. Yeah, you have the spirit, fox. Trust your talents in changing times, Virgo. You might have given off this cunning vibe, right? You're a fox. Of course, I'm the foxiest. What do you mean? Or people could have seen you as this vulture that just comes in at some time and just, you know, takes the prey and leaves. So people could have had the wrong impression of you for a long time. But you are embedded in spirit. This fox has a bunch of feathers. I don't know which feathers these are. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. Is it pheasant? I don't know. Probably some majestic, more majestic than pheasant being, but bear with me. But yeah, it's the fox has a solar type of, I don't know if you can see that. It has a little white, it kind of looks like the sun with a spot inside, like one single dot, and then kind of like a motion, as if the sun was in motion around it. So I'm getting your, yeah, this is, oh, this is funky. And this is kind of like giving me that Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, where you are starting to understand how the sun works, right? You could be tapping into Egyptology or ancient Vedas or Hindu Vedas, or just traversing through different religions to uncover more of your heart. And I should find the Gita and read from it, but maybe that'll be a second video. I'll just go with the flow here, as will you, Virgo. This fox, you could be from Japan. That might resonate with some people here down the line. But this sun, it's pure. You are as within, so without, as above, so below. It's like this eternal internal sunshine that is being uplifted within you as we speak. Or it's something that will fill up your heart as soon as you start going down that rabbit hole. It might take a few moments, right? Might take a few months for you to see from a higher perspective here with the eagle, but it has a bunch of blue and also an eye. So you could have blue eyes, but it's more about the throat chakra. You are going to be seeing, it's like people are going to be transparent to you as soon as they speak to you. Like they're going to say something and you will instantly know whether it's the lie, the truth, whether their intention is good or bad. You're going to be like, I'm seeing revolvers going off. Yeah, there's a lot that you have to express. I just had some air going up from my solar plexus to my throat, so that channel is also clearing for you. But it's about you connecting to understanding. So you can, if you're interested in this transmission of looking at the sun from 3 different perspectives, try putting that in the web search. Krishna sun explanation. It's like, I don't have the book here on hand with me. It's way over yonder, and well, it's gonna take me a long time to find the excerpt, but wait, I'll pause. Okay, Virgo, just as everything, well, just as another trash truck arrived and my mom has left for work, everything is leaving, right? And I found the Gita purport. It's the verse 2.2. Describes the sun's 3 aspects: sunshine, so impersonal glow everywhere, the sun's surface or disk, localized brilliance, and the sun planet itself, personal core with inner workings. These are not separate but unified. One sun is progressive realizations, from distant pervasiveness to intimate essence. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say with that Gita verse, because it's understanding that even though, you know, sun may not be your ruling planet, or it may be if you are a Virgo rising. However, every person, not just Virgo sun and rising, but, you know, we're all realizing collectively that we are interconnected with our pasts and our futures, and it's really hard for us to be in the moment because we are all constantly analyzing what the fuck is going on, right? And this is a message for everybody resonating with any part of this message, really, it's not just Virgos, but it's Virgo, this is for you especially. You know, we are uncovering higher truths here with understanding ourselves in these different conceptual ways of being and expressing. And no matter how OCD, ADHD, autistic, or whatever they named you, you are, this is just a lot of unexpressed or repressed energy that is coming through in different ways in your interpersonal relationships. So if you have been feeling isolated or friendless or, you know, unlovable or all of those things, these are attachments, these are fears and demons attached to you, to your energetic vessel. They are hanging on your shoulders. This is depression, and then, you know, anxiety has you in a chokehold, and then, you know, stress from work has your legs are all noodly and your words all jumbly, and you're, you know, clumsying up your life with not processing yourself as being that eternal sunshine. Because remember how you wanted to live as a kid, right? You either wanted to be, I don't know, play fighting with sticks, or, you know, climbing trees, or hiding and seeking and just being a playful child. But for some reason you have been outcast, or you have been, because of your honest words or certain channelings that came as a child, you saw through people back then, and with time you had to diminish your sun rays and the shape of your sun disk and you as the sun, as the whole planet, right? Because let's backtrack it a bit, right? We're not talking about astrology here at all anymore. You being the sun means, what is the sun? Right? Did we forget? It's a star. You're the star of the show, baby. This is your show as well, Virgo. You have a full and complete right to jump timelines every day if you want to. But these fears, these attachments, these demons, these people, they're trying and testing and triggering you. They're pushing your buttons and switches to see how you react, to see if you really are that healed and that bigger person that has transmuted certain parts of your old life, and so on and so forth. Whereas these certain fears and certain frights from the future of, oh no, where's the world gonna go? And oh my God, you know, how am I gonna make all this money? And it's not about the money, it's about self-realization, it's about unity consciousness. Because once you work from that heart space, that's when real abundance comes in, that's when real soul family comes in. Because if you are able to have a spine, a spiritual spine that withholds your boundaries and your walls to a degree and a decree of your own being, of your own royalty, of your own fortress and majesty, Virgo. I'm getting chills. Are you getting chills yet, Virgo? Because this is us connecting. Because I felt them from the crown to pretty much the mid of my back and my wings. So, you know, this crystallization that you have been in, Virgo, this is for my highest timeline Virgos here. Everybody's welcome to join the train ride. We are shifting trains right now. And also the train tracks might get bumpy, but fear not, my Virgos. This is going to be a very fun ride for you. This is going to be one of the most fun rides for you. I'm being guided to take the Goddess Guidance deck. Don't be offended if you're a man with a pee-pee. But you need some feminine energy to be upheld in strength and fortitude, I'm hearing. Where is this coming from? Who's from England? Or the, how Bruce says it, Bruce TV says it, United Kingdom? That was Indian. I'm sorry, am I offensive? I didn't mean to be offensive. I am the Mother Earth, and you are too, Virgo. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So wherever you are in the world tuning into my stupidity and my wickedness, I'm not wicked. I'm full of light, and I'm full of transmissions and transmutations, so bear with me. You could even be tuning in from the African region, where the cradle of all humanity comes from, which people love to forget. So there's a whole timeline that we need to assess here. My highest timeline, Virgos, this is a transmission for you. We are already, I'm going to speak as if you understand. Okay, thank you. We are on a timeline where we are connecting throughout the world. We are not judgmental of who we watch and where they're coming from, what their beginning or end was like, what the color of their skin is like, how are they wearing their hair, and so on and so forth. Because Virgo, wherever you are tuning in from, I'm getting this hurt from childhood that maybe you didn't have your mother or your father to take care of your hair or your hygiene, or just, you know, showing you how to care for oneself. And Mawu comes in. She's the Mother Earth goddess. I don't know much about her, so if anybody knows about Mawu, please leave it in the comments. It's not just the call to help with environmentalism, it's this dire need of reconnecting with one love, with that unconditionality, that upper heart centrum. You know, it's being a good person even when nobody's watching. It's that God-fearing sense of being where you understand that you are not per se Krishna, right? You may be Arjuna in that story. You are not maybe per se Jesus Christ, but you are his disciple in that story. But as much as you want to be pleasing of your lords, that's how much you should be pleasing yourself in the same things that you're pleasing your Lord with, but not without offering it to the Lord first. So I'm getting, there's a lot of crying that needs to be done for how Mother Earth has had to endure all the desecration and everything that was taken away from her for the greed of everybody that has money power over. And money has zero value when it comes to natural resources, right? And the same goes for your heart. Those are God's resources. They are a God-given gift. And your heart, your incarnation, is a God-given gift, Virgos. There's a sense of direness, an energy of, I don't know why, I'm looking at the Big Ben. It's black and white, and I've never seen it because it's a black and white cup with a red telephone, that London telephone, you know, red stand, whatever, you know. But in the back, it's the eye of, no, it's the eye, but also the Tower of London. I'm seeing the time. It's 10 past 8. What's that? 2010 could be significant for some of you. It could be a timeline, your, whatever you have been on the train tracks of your path from 2010 to now, whenever you're watching this whole timeline is being crunched up together. That's why the heaviness and the direness comes in. But Virgo, this is like you as a being. So each and every one of you resonating with this message, you are coming to this compression state, and it just feels like depression. But I want you to put another word on your depression to make the demon a bit more desensitized, a bit more, you know, sensitive to what's going on. And I should be heading out the door. Oh my God, I'm late. It's compression. You're compressing your energy just like a star. You are becoming so small in your energy, but it has so much more power. It has so much more weight, but also it has a sense of a lot more lightness to it. It's like all of that. So that energy disappeared. I have to run out the door, so ask Green Tara for help instead of trying to do everything by yourself, Virgo. And be this volcanic, passionate fire of Pele. So be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? What would Virgo do? Okay. I guess that is going to be the title. What would Virgo do? So yeah, if you like this message, sorry, this is going to be a cutoff, but I really need to be taking care of my social security and be on time. I have 40 minutes to get dressed and get out the door. And yeah, you could be also running late to somewhere, so you know, you can always pause the video, but sometimes certain transmissions need to be heard from a certain frequency at a certain time. So whenever you're finding this, it's perfect timing, as is your life. Everything happens in your life in perfect and divine timing. Always trust the source that is casting a net for you to be caught on, even if all else fails. Keep your heart strong. Work on healing this part. Put on some heart chakra meditation music with some frequency tuned into, what is it, 432 megahertz. Some green candles, green lighting, green clothing could help you liven up your heart space. And also, orange drinks are specific to clear out your sacral, of all those past partnerships and energies connected to your mother wounding, and to recalibrate with your own creative and feminine powers, gender non-specific. Thank you so much for listening to this transmission, Virgo. I love you so much. Mwah. Have a good day.